Alright, welcome back. As you can see, we're in the truck. We're getting another car. But the lengths that we go through to get these cars for everybody is ridiculous. So, you can see it is pouring down rain. And we just drove through a monsoon. It's lightning and everything. But we are after that one right there. So, the gentleman that owns it is not here yet. We're going to go ahead and turn around and get backed up to it at least. But we're going to ride this, wait this rain out hopefully. So let me get this thing turned around. Take two. Apparently the first video I did something dumb. But anyways, as you saw in the intro to this video, picking up this car was quite a nightmare. So we get to where the car's at, and on our way there, it was a beautiful day. We had to go stop somewhere else for a little bit and grab some other stuff for my wife, and then travel across to this car. And on the way, wouldn't you know it, we hit a rainstorm. There was lightning, etc., and basically a monsoon. And we had the wipers on high, going 40, 45 mile an hour, and it was just a torrential downpour. But that doesn't stop us. We keep going. We get to the car, and you saw in the intro that we had to get turned around, etc., etc. So after I did that intro video, I decided to back up to the car, go ahead and hook up to it, get the ramps down, and actually I was going to start pulling it on the trailer. The gentleman wasn't there yet, but he was on his way, so it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I would have waited until he got there regardless. So anyways, well, as soon as I jumped out of the truck, because we got a lull in the rain let up for a little while. So as soon as I jumped out of the truck and hit the ground, right into a puddle to my ankles. So now my feet are completely soaked. But whatever, we have a job to do, and the job still needs to be done, and we're going to get it done no matter what. Get the winch ran out, get it hooked up to the car, get the ramps put down, and I go to open the door to try to put it in neutral, and it's locked. So I go around to the passenger side, and it too is locked. Great. Okay. Well, by this time, the gentleman that owned the car arrived, and he gets out, and he's like, "Hey, I have no keys." Oh, this is going to be fun. I already know it's going to be. So fortunately, the hood was popped. Hood was not shut all the way, and we were able to disconnect the shift cable. And since it's an automatic, we moved it around until I thought was neutral, but we still couldn't get inside the car to steer it. Okay, not a problem. The wheels were straight, or at least straight enough. We should be okay. Well, when you know it, all four wheels were flat. So I put air in them. The front two wouldn't take any air at all. And the rear ones did take some air, albeit the right rear didn't take air for long, but at least had enough air to get it going. So we start winching it up on the trailer, and I get it to where the front wheels are just about, I don't know, a quarter of the way up the ramps, and it slid off. Now I've got a mess, because the only way to get it from here is you have to raise the entire front of the car up enough to get it either back on the ramps, or to be able to get it up in the air and pull the trailer further underneath it until you get some of the wheels on to the beaver tail of the trailer, and then you can continue dragging it. During all of this, I also discovered that my winch has been acting up. It acted up a little bit on the 85, so it would pull and then kind of really bind down. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm gonna need a battery again. So that's going on, plus the car acting, the way it is. Can't steer it, can't do anything, and it's gray south and the west of us, and there's another storm coming in. But lo and behold, after fighting all this and getting the trailer or the car where it's at and where it's stuck now, the gentleman says, "Oh, I got a tow motor with long forks. Well, that would have been nice to have known 20 minutes prior to this, but it's okay. At least we know now. So we dragged the car out of the yard, the grass it was in, onto a heavy, nice stone driveway, packed stone driveway, because he said if you can get it, keep it on the driveway, his tow motor would be fine. So we do all that. He goes and gets the tow motor, and he comes underneath the front of the car, picks it up, shoves it on. Within less than a minute, it's on the trailer completely, and I'm able to strap it down, and we're ready to head home. He showed me some other cars that we may or may not end up with. I'm not going to jinx myself and say we will, because right now it's unknown, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So we got to strap down, and we leave, and it's 40, 45 mile an hour almost all the way home. About 25 minutes to the house, and it is just pouring down rain and lightning everywhere. So pouring down rain bad enough that I could barely see the car behind us on the trailer. So what did we get? It's a 1987 LeBaron 2.2 turbo automatic. Cool thing about this car is it's a coupe, not a convertible. The coupes are getting harder and harder to find, and it's an unfortunate situation that this car is in the condition that it's in. So this car was parked in 2002. 2002 was the last time the tag expired. It was probably parked in 2001, but either way, it looks to be a local car because that's kind of near where we was at. But I don't know if that's a Dodge dealer or a used car dealer, but either way, supposedly it was parked due to a bad head gasket. So literally a weekend job put this car in the condition that it's in now, because it has been sitting since 2002, 2001, so 24 years, and here we are today. This one's rough. You might ask, why is it sitting here in the driveway with the windows down? I really wish there was a way that I could take the smell from here and put it in your nose, because it's bad. Buddy come over and we worked with the wire, and we was able to get the passenger door unlocked and opened, and the second he put his head in to reach the window crank, he was about to vomit. This car is full of mice droppings. You can see them all over the floor, all over the seat, all over the back seat, never mind the fan. I just tossed that in there. They were all over back there. And I can guarantee you, up in that headliner is a whole bunch more. So while we were here, my buddy and I was looking at it. He says, "What is all of that?" So I said, "That is the headlight goo, the headlight motor goo or control module. And it is guaranteed to be all over everything in the center. You can see a streak on the message center already, but I guarantee the traveler and the heater controls and probably the radio are all covered with it. It's an automatic car, manual windows, manual locks. Disregard this truck passing by, it's loud. Always stopping here. So we'll finish this up. Take 3. Third time, hopefully we can get this video completed. The truck that you heard a little bit ago is a friend of mine. He's been here a few times. He lives here local, and he saw me out. I'd stop by and say hi. So we ended up shooting the breeze for a little while, and then took the wife out to dinner and to the store and whatnot. So anyways, back to this car. I don't remember exactly what all I said in the first part of this video, so if I repeat myself, I apologize. So this is a 1987 LeBaron coupe, and as I said earlier, I believe the coupes are harder to find than the convertibles. Had a friend who's no longer with us, unfortunately, tell me one time that his thoughts on why there are more convertibles than coupes is because the convertibles were more of a fair weather type vehicle, being a convertible, whereas the coupe was an all-season type of car. So that's probably the reason why there's not as many coupes as there are convertibles. I really wish we could keep this one and do something with it, but it's rough. So this is the trunk. The 2 wheels that are here was on the car. I had to swap them out because two of the four tires, the front two, would not hold any air. Like, they wouldn't take any air at all. So, getting it off the trailer, before I even attempted to get it off the trailer, we switched the front two wheels for two wheels that I had laying here. And as you can see, the right front is already flat, but it held air long enough, you know, to get it off the trailer. This wheel here is already flat. Tire here is already flat. So it is what it is. Never mind this thing. We just went and got this Lincoln. It's my son's car. We had to use the truck and trailer to go get it. So anyways, it's here, and you can see it's tight. I'm packed in tight over here. But anyways, when we had the front wheels off, I pulled the calipers and the rotors so that those wouldn't interfere with it rolling. We were starting to get it off the trailer, and the left rear wheel was locked up. So I had to take it apart like I've done before and get it freed up. Well, once I pulled the drum off, this was all that was in there. So this car drove for a while with no, at least left rear brake. And what had happened was this had come loose somehow and wedged itself in between the drum and probably the hub. I don't know, I didn't see exactly. But jammed itself in there, which caused the wheel to not move. That's no longer an issue. It's tore apart and it's ready to go. The only one I have not touched is the right rear, but it rolled, so we're not worried about it. So I don't really have plans as of today on this car. We're gonna obviously take it apart, but we've got other stuff ahead of it. We got this Daytona still. As we still got the Horizon in the garage. We still got that Subaru in the garage, and now we got this, and then we got this, that 90 still here. So we're busy like normal. But this car here, both front fenders are junk. Well, definitely the passenger, the driver's side's probably savable. So we'll take the fender, we'll keep the nose. I don't know. Maybe I won't keep the nose. I don't know yet. I'm not keeping the hood because we've got 2 or 3 already that we can't get rid of. I'm going to try to save the windshield as a factory Chrysler windshield that I don't see any cracks. So that's good. Doors, I don't know. I'm out of space. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Trunk lid. I believe the coupe and convertible trunk lids are the same. I already have 2 here. So if they are the same, I'll check part numbers. If it is confirmed the same, I probably won't keep it. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Plans to pull the engine. We've already got the transmission sold. It was cheap just because it's unknown. You know, the gentleman's going to put it up for a spare for his Shelby Daytona. That's an automatic. So, you know, for him, I priced it cheap enough so that it wouldn't just go to waste. So it'll go to his house and he can do what he wishes with it. So here's what we got. 87 LeBaron 2.2 turbo, automatic, very base car, and it's rough and it smells. Smells horribly. So we're going to continue to let it sit with the windows down. I will end up closing the trunk. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that now. This way it doesn't look as trashy around here. I mean, it already kind of looks trashy, but at least if the trunk's down, doesn't look as bad. So that's what we got. I appreciate you watching. It's Mother's Day today. Happy Mother's Day to any mothers that might be watching. I had plans on spending the day here at the house with the wife, working on some things around the house, but that all changed when we had to go get this thing. So, not a bad car. If you're into these, I'm not into them. Nothing against them, just not my cup of tea. But he wanted a V8 rear-wheel drive. So, here we go. But, thanks again. Like, follow, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And we'll keep on the hunt for the next one.